In this article, I'll go over the steps involved with replacing the camshaft position sensors on all BMW E90 models. Be sure to work with a cool engine. The intake camshaft sensor is located at the front of the cylinder head on the left side, green arrow. The camshaft sensor is located at the front of the cylinder head right side as indicated by the yellow arrow. The procedure for both sensors is the same. I will show how to replace the intake camshaft sensor. Use the same steps for replacing the exhaust camshaft sensor. Begin by removing the engine covers. Working at the front of the radiator support, remove the two T20 torque fasteners from the intake duct, green arrows. Working at the intake air duct connection on the air filter housing, using a small flathead screwdriver, release the retaining tabs on each side and pull the duct off. The normally aspirated engine is shown here. For turbocharged engines, the duct on the radiator support unscrews the same way as the previous step. The duct for the air filter housing is also removed the same way. The air filter housing is in a different location. Follow the duct, release the tabs, and remove the duct. Then pull the intake duct out of the radiator support and remove it from the vehicle, green arrow. The intake camshaft positioning sensor is located on the left side of the cylinder head, as indicated by the green arrow. Working at the intake camshaft position sensor, disconnect the electrical connector by releasing it with a small flathead screwdriver and pulling it off, green arrow. This photo shows how to and where to release the electrical connector on the camshaft sensor. Use a small flathead screwdriver, lever tab up and release, and then pull the connector out of the sensor. Remove the camshaft positioning sensor E8 fastener, green arrow. Do not reuse this fastener. Throw it away once removed and replace it with a new one. Pull the camshaft sensor out of the cylinder head. Have a rag nearby in case some oil drips out of the cylinder head when the sensor is removed, green arrow. If the sensor does not slide out easily, use a small flathead screwdriver and lever the sensor out of the cylinder head. Be careful not to damage the cylinder head when doing so, green arrow. Install the new camshaft sensor in reverse order of removing. Replace the fastener and O-ring, green arrow, every time the sensor is removed from the cylinder head. The exhaust camshaft position sensor is located on the right side of the cylinder head, green arrow. You're going to do the same procedures as removing the intake. Disconnect the electrical connector by pressing the release tab and pulling it off. The rest of the procedures for replacing the exhaust camshaft sensor are identical to the intake camshaft sensor. Thanks for watching. Click here to view the original article, along with hundreds of other DIY content for your car.